former Brady Bunch child stars, Barry Williams, who played Greg, and Susan Olsen, who played Cindy. All right, Susan, come clean.
Oh.
You had a trailer romance behind the scenes with somebody?
No, it wasn't really in the trailer. It was in the doghouse.
That doghouse saw a lot of action, apparently.
Yeah, you know what? We kept the doghouse long after Tiger was gone because our lawn was AstroTurf. And one day a light fell on the lawn and created big melted, molten AstroTurf area. So we kept the doghouse, which was convenient for Michael and I.
Michael, now Michael, you were...
Tiger wasn't actually in the doghouse at the time, was he?
Well, sometimes, but I won't get into that one.
No, but who was Michael?
Michael was Bobby Brady. And he was my best friend all the while I was growing up.
Ooh, did you suspect? Did you know? Is this a shock? Didn't know, didn't have any idea. Now, what happened to the romance?
Well, we actually had a little wedding. Michael and I played marriage. Maureen performed the ceremony. Eve was the witness, coach. That's Marcia and Jan. And so Michael and I got married and walked around looking really goofy, holding hands, going, "We're married now." And a big, "Oh, that's so cute."
And how old were you when this happened?
7. And then he decided he liked Eve better because she was developing. And so we got divorced.
Really?
Yeah, so the way we did a divorce was we did the marriage ceremony backwards. And like walked backwards. Instead of like kissing each other, we kind of spat at each other. And walked backwards, and then we were divorced.
Now, did you have, I mean, when this show ended for you, you were younger, did you have trouble adjusting to the fact that this wonderful time in your life had gone, or what?
Not really. To me, it was like, wow, great, I get to have a normal summer. And I was kind of ready for it, and I wanted to go on to other things. And I would miss the work, but it was a new adventure, then learning to become Susan and be entirely normal.
And so your life has been entirely normal ever since then?
Well, as normal, I guess, as it can be.
Are you still acting?
No, I'm a graphic artist, an illustrator, and actually where I work right now, nobody knows who I am.
What do you mean nobody knows who you
are?
Well,
my art director knows, because I told him, because, like...
What, do you work in a small cubicle that no one can
living in
see you come in or go out or something, or what?
Well, I'm one of, like, 3 white English-speaking people in the company, so I guess that would have something to do with it.
All right. A lot of questions in the audience. Who had questions for Susan and Barry? Yeah.
I wanted to know, as the years went on, were you able to buy into the show and get some good residuals as the years went on?
Oh, break my heart. Oh.
We don't make any money from the original show, and haven't since the 70s. The laws have changed so that now if you were to start a series, or even in the mid-70s, you would, but we signed up in the 60s, and so we don't make any money. It's good and it's bad. It's made us work harder.
There's nothing good about that, Barry.
No, I mean, because the show is on in like reruns in like 100 different markets or something.
No kidding.
Oh, I'm sorry. You already knew that. I see. Oh, no.
Still is.
44 countries, you know that.
3 times a day in some places.
Oh, all right.
If I only had a nickel for, oh well. I'm not going to cry over it.
Are you seriously angry about that, or you're...
It's bothering me now. Okay. Basically, the contract that we signed, that was the way things were then. That was just standard procedure. You got residuals for the first 10 runs. We didn't expect anything more than that. But as the years go by and the rent gets harder to pay, I think it would be awfully nice if I did make something off of it.
Okay. You had something to...
Are you planning any reunions in the future of the Brady Bunch?
Just when you thought it was safe to go to your local Cineplex. Paramount last year announced plans, and I don't know the status of it right now, but they announced plans to bring to a theater near you Brady Bunch, the movie.
Oh, I like that.
But wait a minute.
Yeah?
Wait a minute. Here's the
Does
thing.
that make you happy?
There's something else.
Why are you a Brady Bunch fan? I'm just curious.
I like the music myself, and
Marcia.
the music was great.
The music, right?
The music was great, and the family was great, too.
And the intricate plots.
All right.
Now, what we're talking about that movie, though, just briefly, from what I understand from our producer, creator Sherwood Schwartz, is that that would be set in the 70s, and so they would recast all of the kids and the adults. So I don't think they'll be using the original Bradys.
Well, we may have cameo roles as other people.
She's checked into it already. She knows, right, all right.
Just wouldn't come with residuals.
Susan, before we go into break, what do you think the appeal of the show was or is?
Well, sadly, I think that it's due to the breakdown of the family. And I think that there are a lot of kids out there that really don't have, I mean, how many people growing up today have a family that actually has a mother and a father and all these siblings that get along together? And I think it's kind of timeless because kids will always want to relate to such a nice family. And unfortunately, such a nice family is getting harder and harder to find.
Okay. So it's still that fantasy that we all sort of
Yeah.
want to hang our hats on.